Neal's a center. Or no, he's a winger.
He's a winger.
But even anyway, there's
if they could,
none of their centers are better than
land
Tavares.
somebody like Tavares. Maybe they land Tavares and Carlson. For all you know,
The nice part is
that'd be scary. But I mean,
because Nevada's has no income tax, so all their if they move there, get Tavares, you can say, hey, come play for us for $9 million tax free. Come live if you live in Nevada, tax free, $9 million. Whereas most other places, it's $9 million, and then you got so much taxed on it, and then it's only 7 or whatever it is, right?
And you know what Vegas would have? Say if they would have been dead last, you know what they would have? We're that close to Stanley Cup. Basically proved it.
Yeah.
Hey, come play for us. Look how good we are. And if they would have been dead last, it's a little harder to draw. When your team's good, it's a lot easier to draw players, right?
Well, that's what that and superstars, right? Draw people.
Yes, yeah.
Because that's the only reason Milan Lucic come to Edmonton. Apparently,
one of the main reasons.
Yeah,
for sure.
One of his 97 reasons that he went there.
But I mean, yeah,
obviously one of his scoring ability.
Stars draw, exactly.
Yeah, exactly. And obviously, good teams draw.
You mentioned James Neal. Something interesting I was reading about him. He's had rotten luck winning the Cup. In Pittsburgh won it in 2009.
Yeah.
He was with the Stars still.
Yeah, he was.
And then he came after in 2011, so he was 2 years shy of that. And he went to Pittsburgh, traded him with the Preds in 2014, so he missed out on the 16-17 Cup. And he was on the Preds team that lost in 2017, and then he's on Vegas team that lost this year.
Wow.
So he's had, technically, if they all lined up, you could end up winning.
He's seen the Cup 6 times.
Yeah, he sees the Cup. He just never wins it. I didn't realize that. I thought I'd bring that up.
But like you mentioned, the Stars, that trade was Alex Goligoski for Matt Niskanen and James Neal, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, yeah.
So Matt Niskanen missed on that Cup as well, the first Pittsburgh Cup.
Yeah. Well, he would have missed on all of them then.
He'd missed on all of them, but that's when he went to Dallas,
yeah.
And then he signed the same time Brooks Orpik signed with Washington, the same year.
And Orpik won a Cup in 2009 with Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
But I just thought I'd bring that up. I thought, man, that's what they were saying. Rotten luck for James Neal, I seen. I'm like, oh.
Well, that post means a little bit more now, that one we hit.
Yeah.
It just shows you his bad luck.
But, I don't know if you guys got anything, other news?
Not really news, but just the overall playoff experiences. Could have used more OT, I thought.
Yeah.
Lacked that.
Yeah, it did lack.
OT magic.
Yeah, exactly. OT magic.
That and tight games. There wasn't that many tight games.
No.
Not too many.
No.
It was pretty much first goal.
It seemed like it was
Game
over.
was over.
Yeah. Yeah. And it was... Just thinking of some of the playoffs, I mean, what I remember Brad Marchand kissing and licking people. I mean, there's not a lot of things that jump out this year compared to some other years too, right? But,
yeah. It was not a memorable year. There wasn't really aside of course Ovechkin lifting the cup, and obviously
that's memorable at the end. Yeah, it was memorable. I agree.
That that picture will be, in history, right? It's one of the more memorable Cup championships, along with Ray Bourque and stuff like that. A guy who finally made it to the summit, and
it's funny we say finally.
13 seasons is still
13 seasons. That's a long time.
Yeah, he's still got another maybe 7 to go if his body keeps up.
But then we look at guys like Anderchuk and Ray Bourque were there, played 20 years.
Yeah.
And then won it. So you know what I mean? Like, we're putting him in the same category, but yet it's like, no, he actually is only 32 years old, though. So.
Mm-hmm.
But.
Yeah, he's just been around for so long.
Yeah, well, I just feel that's. And Crosby's been around the same length, right? So.
Almost seems like they're almost completely different players, so. From when they were young. The way how they've matured, eh? Like
Crosby basically seems the same to me. But Ovechkin's changed his game. He doesn't hit like he used to.
No.
Well, he'd be retired early if he kept up the way he was hitting.
Yeah.
I just remember with that crazy goal he scored.
On his back?
On his back?
Yeah.
You don't see that anymore.
Yeah.
But
Tellquist. That was Michael Tellquist, I believe.
It was
If I
Arizona.
recall. Yeah.
Or Phoenix at the time, yeah.
Young Ovi,
Yeah, you had so much...
He had a lot of... When he come in, like, he came like a wrecking ball.
Yeah.
Like, literally, the first few years was crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Like, he hit everything.
Yeah.
It's funny when he hit Malkin. Because you knew there was tension there.
Oh, yeah.
That's funny.
But some other small news, I guess. Sean Couture for the Sharks, long-term extension in the works.
You mean Logan?
Logan.
I
Well, you're getting
Couture.
confused.
Did you
Logan
write down
Couture.
Sean?
No, I just wrote Couture. Couturier.
Yeah,
Like
I know.
close, okay?
Sean Couture. Logan Couture.
Yes.
When
But,
the guy who put Riley Shan on his hockey.
He's trying to cover both grounds. But, yeah, apparently they're working a long-term extension, so, I mean...
Well, what number would you think he would get?
He's probably going to be...
5.5, 6?
he's probably going to be 6, 7. I'm going to say 6, 7, probably.
Probably.
He's a good player. And he's not even that old, really, like... Seems like he's been around a while, actually, but...
Yeah.
And, Ilya Kovalchuk again. He's visiting...
Back
with-
in the news again.
Yeah, but now he's visited the Kings, and he will meet with the Sharks. I personally don't think either team has the money for him.
No. Well, Evander Kane, you just mentioned Couture.
Yeah, the Sharks.
If they're trying to sign
Unless-
Doughty.
Unless I'm stuck on he's making big money and he's not going to make small money, then he'll fit anybody's team. But
Yeah.
I don't know. I just
Yeah.
when I think of Kovalchuk, I think of big money because maybe that's because that's what he made when he played in the NHL before. But
I think Eastern teams.
you think it'll be an Eastern
I think
team?
it'll be an Eastern team.
I think it'll be the Rangers.
And another guy, I guess, wants to come back, Slava Voinov,
Okay.
in return.
So is he still under contract with the Kings? Do they have his rights still? Or is it...
I'm not sure. I don't know where you guys... If he is free agent, where do you guys think he'll end up? If I recall, he's a pretty solid defenseman.
he was pretty solid when he was in the league,
I mean,
yeah.
he won the 2 cups with the Kings.
Yeah.
He hits pretty hard.
Yeah, he's pretty solid in the back end, yeah. And
I'm just looking.
and he's
here.
fairly young, too.
And he hasn't played since 2014 in the NHL.
I don't think he was a big point producer, though. But
Well, it's 2014, so I highly doubt. Oh, okay, yes. Even though the Kings terminated Voinov's 6-year, $25 million contract, they still hold his rights.
okay.
So any team that wants to acquire him would have to make a deal with LA. There you go. That answers your question.
Okay.
But I don't know. I'm going to guarantee he won't be with the Kings.
Yeah, I don't think he'll stay there.
No matter whatever his past was, like, that, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
it would just be, I'm trying to think of the word, I guess, awkward.
Yeah.
Like, it would be,
Mm-hmm.
you know what I mean? You terminate the guy's contract, obviously, because that's what they believed was right, and that's fine.
Yeah.
But, I don't know, I just don't see him with the Kings.
I don't either.
Maybe another team will give him a chance, but thing is, what he done is, you know what I mean, like
Past is the past,
well, and he has to understand there might be a select few teams that take him.
If any. Some teams might want bad PR, right?
Yeah. So that's what I mean. But if maybe that's all under the bridge,
Yeah.
too. So
Players have done a lot worse and
well,
still
no,
played.
and Danny Ely.
Craig McTavish, right?
Yeah.
And they were still around
years after that.
Yeah.
So, I mean... But,
another contract that was just announced is Oliver Ekman-Larsson got a deal 8 years at 8+.
That's what, I think, last show I mentioned that to you guys. It was kind of like a rumor. But, yeah, it looks like it's not quite official, but...
Verbal agreement, I heard.
Yeah.
Just shaking hands. Didn't write paper. Didn't sign papers, just shaking hands.
Yep.
Pinky promise.
Yeah.
I see Stastny's agent hasn't discussed any contract renewal with the Jets, so...
I'm assuming he's going to be moving on.
I'm assuming he's going to test the waters too, but...
Somebody had mentioned to me Oilers. Stastny going to the Oilers, being their number 2 center. I know that throws Draisaitl in hot water, but that throws him up. You can play in the wing. You could have Ryan Nugent-Hopkins, Draisaitl, McDavid. I mean, it would almost be no better line in the league. And you get Stastny in the second line.
But can the Oilers afford Stastny?
I don't know. Depends what he wants, right?
That's true. But
I mean, they should be putting whatever money they have set aside, maybe on a really good defense. Maybe they try and go get Karlsson. But
I think getting Karlsson hurts them.
Think so?
But you pay McDavid big money. You pay Draisaitl a fairly decent chunk of change. Karlsson's going to want McDavid-like money.
You think so?
Yes. Or more.
I've
I've seen $15 million a year for Karlsson. Well, McDavid doesn't make $50 million a year. So imagine if you have two guys that make the highest salaries
almost
in the
like
league.
A third of your...
Yeah, it doesn't make sense.
No.
In my eyes. That's what I've seen.
You know,
Between probably 13 and 15 million.
But if you remember, years ago there was Taves, Kane, like you just said, the guys, all you guys you just said 10 minutes ago in the show. You know, Keith, Seabrook, Taves, Kane, Crawford. All those guys make ungodly amounts of money for that time period. So why, they could do the same thing. Have a stud defenseman, have two really high paid forwards. Cam Talbot probably going to want good money. They could do it, but all the other guys would have to make little to no money.
You know what the difference is, right? The development farm team in Chicago is, no offense to others, but quite a bit better than others.
He's taking offense.
No, but you know what I'm saying? They had guys like Saad and Shaw and guys that came up and filled those holes.
When you look at the AHL, they don't have their AHL team.
Yamamoto. It's the only guy I can think of.
Ethan Bear.
Yeah, Ethan Bear.
Two guys.
Oh, two. But
yeah.
No, it doesn't bode too well if your farm team doesn't even make playoffs.
Well, that's just it. You gotta have a good development system too.
We had that Brad Marchand guy who plays like Brad Marchand.
Oh yeah, Kajula.
Jake Kajula.
Was he hurt?
I don't know.
I don't remember seeing him much at the end of the year.
He's just that invisible.
Juju Kara.
I like him.
Yeah, he's not too bad. He's actually, he's a bottom six forward, but he's a pretty decent player.
I mean, they have good young defensemen, Nurse and Clefbaum and that's around of the guys.
And other guys, yeah.
And the rest.
and Ethan Bear.
Yeah.
But,
isn't it Nathan Bear?
I'm pretty sure
it's Ethan Bear.
Oh, okay.
Nathan.
It's hard when they hear it, right?
Yeah, I can see the mix-up.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys want to go... I touched on the trades for... who could get traded, right? But I've seen some possible buyouts.
Basically. Oh, really?
Yeah, really.
Yeah, wow.
Oh, cool.
Cool story, bro. I guess in the Metro Division, Carolina, Scott Darling.
Why we always gotta go east?
No, they'll be west. I get west too.
In like 3 weeks, probably.
But
I've also heard the Hawks are looking to maybe acquire Darling.
But what if he gets bought out? The Hawks probably just go sign him.
Probably for like $1 million. Well,
it makes 4.1.
Yeah.
I still think Carolina gives one more year to turn around.